Okay, so our project we did home fronts during World War One, and the term home fronts refers to civilians like in a country at war, as acting as an active support system. Okay, so in many countries like the US and Germany, the government used propagandas to gain the support of the people and to promote a major idea. The first propaganda here is a German propaganda. It says who is to blame for the wars, and it shows a finger pointing at the man wearing a Jew symbol on his shirt. Hitler used this propaganda to promote his views about the Jews, and the propaganda to right here is an American propaganda. Since the US needed gas for its tanks and other machines, the government used this propaganda to promote carpooling. Okay, another important fact about the home fronts during World War II was the role of women. In many countries, especially the US, women began to work in more factories and industries. Since most of the men were at war, there was an increase in women working in industries and factories. Another major fact about the home fronts during World War II was that they were directly affected. Due to the bombings of large cities, civilian casualties skyrocketed. China had the most casualties because of Japanese oppression from like 1937. So they had 10 million civilian death casualties. Russia also had a high civilian casualty, totaling to about 7,700,000, mostly due to the German invasion, and other casualties around the world. They were in the thousands. Germany was in the millions, Yugoslavia was in the millions, Poland was in the millions, and yeah. And so, why was the home front important to World War II? They were important because they provided support to the men at war. For example, like the Soviet Union, through their factories, they produced 78,000 tanks and 98,000 artillery pieces. World War II had many impacts on the home front. In the Soviet Union, the mass production of military goods and weapons caused severe shortages of food, so people were hungry. There were sayings that people like ate cats and dogs for food. In the US, people were asked to ration food, gas, and other things that we needed for the army. So many propagandas went around, like save gas, save like the first propaganda we showed, like carpooling, save gas, you save oil, save sugar, save food, which resulted like in building of victory gardens and all stuff. Like I said before, a major impact of World War II was the change in women's roles. In the Soviet Union, and the US and in Germany, women started working in industries and other major job opportunities. Since the men were at war, so women started working in more prominent job offers and more prominent job opportunities. And our bibliography is right there, and that's it.